This is the greatest tower in all Elden Ring, and I'm going to build it in Minecraft. Now, this is a pretty ambitious project, and in every big structure that you build in Minecraft, there is always one thing that needs to be there, and is the landscape. You need an epic landscape for an epic building. And in this case, I'm going for a mountain with a nice cliff to put the tower on top, and then a bridge connecting to the main tower of the building. And I'm using Axiom, by the way, which is a mod that really helps on the building process, makes it easier, quicker, and it looks really nice. And when you are planning out a big landscape, first of all, you just need the shape. And as you can see here, I'm doing gold blocks, diamond blocks. Of course, you don't need to do this in survival, not at all. It's just to make the general shape of the mountain and the landscape look nice. And then when I have a shape that I pretty like, I begin the texturing. First, I place all stone blocks, and then on top of them, I place a grass surface. And just to finish it off, some shading on the stone, and there we go. We have the landscape. Now the project begins to take shape. And I want to get the proportions right. I want it to feel large, epic, but not too overwhelming. So that's why I'm, first of all, just placing the blocks, getting the overall shape and getting an idea of how it will look before I start the texturing process and making all the details. And this is a process that I 100% recommend you do in every building, no matter how small it is. First, just place one single type of block and make the overall structure. See that you like it, see that it fits good with the environment. And then when you're happy with it, you can start texturing and putting in the detail. And now this is the structure. It's not an exactly block by block copy of the Elden Ring tower. I just used that image as a reference and then I'm improvising on the way. But here is the shape. I really like the shape on the bridges, those arcs. Amazing. And now that I like it, comes texturing. So just with a single command in Axiom, we got the texture done. And then my favorite part of the build, which is putting in the detail. Getting those stairs in, slabs, walls, doing some kind of building tricks and just make the overall shape look even sharper. And now this is what we have so far. Pretty good, looking nice, but there's a problem. If you look at the surrounding area, it's pretty empty, I would say. So I could maybe add some trees, rocks, make like a little forest, something like that, but man, I am ambitious. I just can't hold it. So I thought, what if, just what if, I put a giant dragon skeleton laying on the ground just in front of the tower. I mean, why not? So yeah, there goes another 10 hours of my life in making a dragon skeleton. And now when building an organic, I always like starting with the skull, the face, which is the main feature and adds the character of the build. And yeah, when smooth, fast, really like the face, nice. Moving on, the ribs. Yeah, this was tough, man. I mean, as you can see, I'm here building with an angle, it's not in a straight line, doing fancy stuff, and man, just building these ribs took a lot of time. A lot of time making the proportions right, making sure it looked good. It was tough, but I learned a lot in the process, and in the end it was really worth it. But from this point onward, the building went smooth, and here you have a really nice cinematic of the dragon skeleton. Enjoy it. the skeleton build. Yeah, that took only a couple seconds in the video, but in real life, man, that was a real grind. But it's all white. We need texturing, and I thought this would be easy. You know, just as the tower, place a single command with axiom, get the texture right, but no, no at all. You know, this dragon has not only blocks, but slabs, stairs, different kind of building tricks, and you know, I had to replace them, all of them by hand. You know, just going all over the skeleton more than once, replacing all the slabs, all the stairs, just to make sure the lighting and the texturing was great. I mean, it took like something like an hour and a half just doing the texture, but man, it was worth it, as you can see. And now that the skeleton is done, the main structure is done, we just have to add that little extra spice. And by that I mean just making a forest, making the landscape look good, not looking empty, so that's what I did. I made some custom trees, then placed some rocks, bushes, grass, greenery, and finally added the trees, pasted them in, and now it's time for the big, real cinematic.